Wait your turn. Hey!
Hi!
Hey, hey.
Matt
How's
is
everybody
muted.
doing?
Matt is muted but videoed.
Matt is muted?
Yeah, I don't know
Well,
why.
he's like, wait.
I think he'll fix it. I think
Wait
he's got
for it.
Dairy.
He looks so serious.
Yo, you've got a bakery beard right now. Oh, never mind.
Okay, ready to start, guys? Ready to start?
That comment really put it over the line, Mike. I don't know.
You were gonna stick around, but no, fuck you.
How you guys doing? I feel like I haven't been on in a while.
Yeah, were you? I saw you did like stand up and shit.
I did do some stand-up, yeah.
That's all. How'd it go?
It went pretty alright, altogether. I went up, and I think I had like 5 minutes, and it was my friend was hosting it. It was an event where it wasn't do your own material. It was this thing that they do called a PowerPoint presentation, where they scramble a bunch of real slides from real PowerPoint presentations. They play them behind you, and you don't know what you're talking about, but you're kind of giving a presentation.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah, so it was really cool. So I just improv'd a presentation behind me that I didn't know what was happening,
awesome.
and it was silly. Yeah, I liked it. I think it's like once a month. I would totally go back and do it again. It was cool.
That's such a. I like that.
Yeah, me as well.
10 out of 10 would improv again.
Yeah, exactly.
How are levels doing? How do we sound? How does
I don't
everyone
know.
sound to everybody? To me, you guys sound about the same.
Whatever. I mean, I had to mess with my mic. I think Matt sounds awesome though.
Hello?
Shouldn't be.
Hello?
Right, don't talk like this the whole time.
What?
What?
Hello? You guys can hear me?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
We hear you.
No,
You sound good.
no, I can't.
thanks.
Nope.
No, I didn't hear you.
Everyone got a half
I did
chub
not
now.
hear you say that the lions were behind me.
Half chub.
What?
Half job?
Nothing.
Hand job?
Half chub.
Half chub. Oh, okay. I do have a half
okay.
chub. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I did
figured
it
all did.
earlier. It's kind of gone now, but I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well-
Once we bring attention to it, it evaporates.
Yeah.
Oh really?
Ouch.
It just makes it worse. It's just like
It doesn't
we're
shrink.
going-
It actually evaporates. It just
That's
isn't
what I'm
great.
saying. I
Well,
choose
it's
my
better than,
words
like-
very
Do I
carefully.
get 65% chub?
Yeah.
Not really.
It's better than the chub, like, sublimating.
It is.
Yeah, you
better
don't
than
want
that.
No.
Thank
just
myself. Thank
assimilates.
God every day that my chubs don't sublimate.
You don't want a gaseous chub is what you don't want.
Exactly.
Well, I
you
mean, speak for
understand.
yourself.
You want your chub to be at least in solid form, if not liquid. I mean, liquid, at least that's measurable. But gaseous chub, it just gets everywhere.
Yeah, it can quickly. You can't even have control over it really. At least if it's liquid, and you have some kind of container around it, then you can use that flexibility to your advantage maybe. But
Throw it in the
all
Tupperware
these-
and put it in the freezer.
All these chubs are really destroying the atmosphere, really. Just
Right.
these gaseous chubs putting a hole in the ozone layer.
Yes.
I feel like
So many
there's-
chubs in the atmosphere.
CO2, CB2 emissions are really killing the planet.
Oh, boy. Ah.
So I did episode, or I finished show 14. I threw it up there onto the internet.
On the beatbox.
So we're at a pace now where like about a week behind on shows, which is like not great but not terrible because I mean we're still putting out about a show every week and a half. I got a backlog. Not the worst thing to happen.
No.
I've been trying this thing where like because my entire adult life I've been taught or I've been led to believe that you should be able to be productive after work, after getting home from work, and I've come to the conclusion that is bullshit. Yeah,
Tell him.
this guy knows, and it's bullshit. And I've given up trying to be productive after work because when I come home from work, fuck everyone and everything. I just want to eat and fucking sleep. So I decided, all right, instead of trying to do shit after work and just failing every night, why don't I just go to bed when I feel like I should go to bed? So like like 10 o'clock, go to bed, because fuck it, I'm not gonna do anything anyway. Wake up early and do shit before work. And because I'm not a morning person. I hate. If there's no one thing I hate more than evenings, it's mornings. I'm not a morning person.
Garfield.
I just hate days in general.
You say, is there any part of the day you do enjoy? I mean,
Lunch. I love
lunch.
Live
Oh,
every day
boy.
for lunch.
because I'm actually Garfield.
Oh, please no.
Lasagna for lunch. And nothing else.
Lasagna. Anyway.
Oh, Mike, you have been making the same joke for 27 years, so you know.
You do
Hey,
eat
if you
lasagna
still
sometimes.
get paid
Garfield
for
minus Garfield.
Yes, obviously.
It's amazing. If anyone's not seen Garfield or read Garfield minus Garfield, they just take Garfield out of the Garfield comic strip. So it's just John Arbuckle, lonely bachelor.
Oh,
And it's fucking fantastic.
There's also a randomized Garfield where they just take 3 random panels and 3 random strips and almost
Yo,
always.
those things work so well.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw that Cyanide and Happiness recently did a randomizer,
Yeah.
and I was on that for like hours, just laughing my ass off.
We should do a randomized Chimp Knuckles.
So, Chimp Knuckles, because nothing relates to anything
I won't
else
lie.
anyway.
When I'm editing the thing, that's kind of how it works. I just kind of throw it together in a way that when I go, okay.
Well, I mean, there was a plan a while ago when you went up to Rochester that I was just going to record just random lines and just splice them into the episode at inopportune times and just pretend that I was there.
And no one would know the difference. I'm very good at that. About editing it, so no one knows the difference.
What are you doing at this gas station? Wow, pizza!
We've
yes,
gotten to the
and
We've gotten to the point where I'll just, like, now the shows just start in the middle of a sentence, in the middle of a conversation, and then, like, 2 minutes in, it's like, hey, welcome to Chimp Knuckles. We call it a cold open, but what it really is I just don't want to find a context to put shit in. I'm just like, yeah, it's fine. It's good.
You just wake up in the walk-in freezer and it's like, oh, I guess it's the opening.
Whoa,
The coldest of
shit.
openings.
Cold open. The coldest open.
Polar bears are like around you and shit. It's like whatever.
But yeah, so I've been waking up in the morning and doing shit, and it feels like I have a fucking superpower where I can just like magically add, like I have a Hermione's time turner, and I can just add hours to my day. I can do shit. My day is like a third of the way done before I even get to work now. I'm like, I've exercised, I've eaten breakfast, sometimes I've showered, and I've worked on, you know how it is. And then, I worked on a podcast, editing or whatever. And then it's like, oh, now I'm starting my day. Shit, I'm already like a third of the way through what I usually get done. This is great.
that sounds really good. I'm glad you found that pattern. That's awesome.
That's what I did for like the majority or a lot of college. Was just like I don't feel like doing anything. I guess I'll wake up at 5. And then
See, for me, the problem is I would never go to bed early enough to actually do that. So I would always say that was going to happen. And then I'd be like, well, it's 2 a.m. and I'm playing Pokemon. I guess we'll see how this goes. And then I wake up at 10 and I'm like, fuck.
I guess I didn't have Pokemon, so
Yeah, that was
the issue.
that's the issue. And that sounds like a personal problem for me. Like I should have been playing Pokemon.
It's a very personal Pokemon problem, a PPP, if you will.
Pokemon problem.
I remember the only assignment I ever actually slept through in college where I had to rush and do it during the day was the only time where I had to use giant graph paper and colored pencils in college, and I was like, of course. And so I'm sitting there at work, and everyone's kind of staring at me because I have this 18 by 24 inch graph paper on my desk, and I'm drawing lines all over it.
One time in math class, the most fun I've ever had in math class was when it was first period math. So no one, even the teacher knew, okay, you guys are gonna be tired. I'll take it slow. It'll be fine. We're not gonna treat this like a real class. We'll hold your hand a little bit. So he was pretty chill. And then for some reason I got into a paper plane throwing phase, or I would just throw paper planes at other kids, just whatever, didn't care. It was first period, and teacher, and one day he saw me doing it. He's like, no more paper airplanes. I don't want to see any more paper airplanes. And so I go, fine. And as it just so happens, I had a presentation, one of those oak tag, big pieces of oak tag. I had one that I was doing a presentation on, and I hadn't actually worked on it yet. So I just had a blank piece of oak tag. And so as soon as he said that, the thought just popped into my head, and I just folded it into a giant fucking paper airplane. I didn't even throw it. I just held it in my hand waiting for him to see me, and he just lost his shit. God damn it. That was the chillest. His name was Dr. Tam, and he was the chillest. His name was Dr. Lin, and he was the chillest That wasn't the wait. Whoa, that wasn't the new choice sound. What was that?
I think this one's phone going off.
That was
Fuck.
someone's phone going off.
Someone's phone went off? Oh, no.
Rude.
Oh my god.
That was not my
Oh,
phone.
shit.
Phone
That's
was-
my phone.
The phone is in the house. Who's coming? From inside the house.
The sound is inside the phone.
It must have been...
There
It
is
must
a
have been my
computer.
phone, because I opened it briefly, but I have my headphones on, so I couldn't hear what it was doing, so it
Oh.
might have made a noise. It was probably mine. And I
Hey,
apologize.
Hey.
One of our listeners in
What's
this
up?
week. Oh god.
We had a listener, huh? Tell
We
me
have a
about
listener.
I think we have a couple listeners this week. Anyway, one of them has given a couple suggestions. I will
Oh,
mention them at the end
fuck,
of the show.
It. That's awesome.
We have 2 viewers. What? Who did?
What?
Who? Whose idea was that? Fuck! I didn't know people were listening to us. I thought we were just dicking around.
You know what would encourage people to
We
listen?
want names.
We don't encourage people to listen. What's the?
No!
Why would we do a podcast if we wanted people to hear it?
Don't look at me! Don't look at me!
Don't look at me.
I don't mind if you look at me. I mean, I'm okay. I'm fine. I'm not self-conscious.
I mean, I'm pantsless, but my camera's off, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah. I mean,
Wouldn't
you're
have
just
mattered.
four rectangles as far as anyone knows, with some
What
tildes
color
on top.
are your boxers?
Boxers?
Yes.
Yes.
Mine are red, white, and
Good,
blue.
good. Red, white, and blue.
I'm
Excellent.
They
Yeah.
sure are, Conan. They sure are.
I
I'm
wore these
struggling to check
underwears
my-
on the 4th of July. So I don't give a
My
shit.
briefs are green. Green, ladies and gentlemen.
Green brief.
Wait, actually,
Would you say that
Oh,
they're a
red.
dark shade of green or a light shade of green?
I would say it's like a forest kind of green, like,
Oh, okay.
and
Very
it's
good.
hiding plenty of wood.
Like a forest.
Let them go. Mine are a red plaid or a plaid red, whichever comes first.
I'm glad you finally got back to me on that. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Conan, what are you're the one who hasn't answered.
I was taking my time. I didn't. Mine are gray, just plain gray.
You know what's weird is that it seems like most of our boxer colors match our profile picture colors.
Oh, look at that. That worked
I mean, I
out
guess
well.
I mean, mine
Mine-
isn't red plaid, but
And mine is not red, white, and blue.
Oh, so your theory is doesn't work at all, actually.
no, it doesn't.
Oh.
I mean, my picture's grayscale, but I mean, I kind of have this like.
I'm talking about the Hangouts picture. Like, so Ed, yours are just hand drawn.
Oh yeah.
As are his pants.
You're just completely hand drawn.
So Ed's boxers are painted on.
The illustrated boxes.
Mine have holes in them. Mine have 4 large holes in them, and brown streaks above the holes.
Oh dear. Oh no.
Oh.
Bodes very well. And then Matt's are green. Wow. So, all right. Well, we lost a viewer. Fuck.
Did we?
This is why we don't advertise these shows anymore. Oh, we're back. We got 2 now.
No, it was a bad internet connection. It was nothing to do with the conversation.
This is historical that we managed to make people walk out of a Google Hangout. Fantastic. Okay, let me do my little intro before we forget, because we already got like 7 minutes of material that I'm just gonna throw into the middle, and everyone will just be like, "Whoa, they're talking about."
like that one's gone.
Well, this is our first time with 4 people in like 9 weeks.
I know,
Yeah,
since
it's
like
weird.
July, we've had a steady stream of 3. Now we can do like some of the games that we haven't been able to do because we've only had 3 people, which is gonna be awesome. I'm
I'm
excited.
excited.
I'm excited.
It's
Probably
I'm
still
so
gonna try and
excited.
keep it. Yeah, whatever. Whatever.
Yo, whatever.
Shut up. Bitch.
All right, let me do. Hey, this is Chimp Nuggles, show 6. So super sweet 16. This is the we're Keen Sanyero's 15, right? So that was
We're
last.
getting our driver's license.
We're getting
Oh,
our
a
learner's-
concerto.
Yes. So this is us. This is we're almost old enough to vote. Actually, in DC, they're deciding whether 16-year-olds should be able to vote.
They should not.
They should. That's my first thought. Is no, absolutely not. 18-year-olds probably can't vote. Most. I think it's not an age thing. It should be like. I don't want to say an intelligence thing because there's like two different types of intelligence. I don't mean book smart. You could still be a complete moron and have book smarts. That's why we have like anti-vaxxers that are like doctors, but they're still dumbasses. I don't know what the criteria should be for being able to vote, but age is not good enough.
Well, I know that used to be a thing where they had like literacy tests.
Well, yeah, that
Yeah.
was.
They kind of got rid of those because they were kind of,
A lot of people were failing. That's disappointing.
it wasn't
Well,
like
no, they
well,
were failing because they were never educated because we kind of systematically made sure they weren't educated for a while, and then we're like, what's a criteria that we can use where the people we don't want voting won't be able to vote, but it won't
Yeah,
seem
they're
so
like-
racist?
they're like impossible to
Yeah.
Like I looked at one of those tests a while ago and I was like, I have no clue how to even begin to answer this.
Like if there was some way of doing it where it wasn't racially biased, it wasn't biased in like metrics that people couldn't help. Like if you're an idiot, you're not able to vote. If there was just some way of answering that question, like a riddle.
Or it's like how they
A riddle.
Are you below the Mason-Dixon line? Oh,
I am. Thank you very much.
I know, Ed. Don't you dare vote.
Oh no, no. Okay, so here's the thing. I technically work for the state, and so I get like a bunch of state holidays off. Have I said this on the show?
No.
You might have, but I wasn't here, so I'd love to know.
So let me pull up this picture. It is very telling of where I live and how I'm not exactly happy with where I live. But
Are you no longer in Rochester?
Oh no, I'm in Jackson, Mississippi right now.
That is very
Yeehaw.
different.
Okay. So the following legal holidays for 2016. First, New Year's Day. Okay. The next day is in January, and it is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and also on the same day, Robert E. Lee's birthday.
Oh no.
So if one happened to fall through, you'd have the other. So
Yeah,
no matter
so
what,
we have
you're
the
gonna
other
get
one.
the day.
Followed by Washington's birthday. Okay. Followed by Confederate Memorial Day,
Oh, yeah.
which is an
classic.
actual day. I guess it's in February that I don't have to go to work.
Uh,
About
Where do you work?
that,
What are you doing? What is your job?
I probably shouldn't say it while I'm live.
Okay, then
But
no.
it is in the field I went to school for. So
Oh, that's cool. That's good.
there's that.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yay.
That's why. I don't know.
In case I say something really stupid on this and someone finds it, oh well.
We're on the
That is
lookout
a
for an
l-
animated person who's made of stick figure pencil drawings.
And that is a very large string of events that actually has to happen for that to really come back and bite you.
No. I'm gonna have to do an awful lot of editing of this because we've already gone off the rails and I haven't even finished the introduction yet. But that's fine.
See, the thing is that when I first got on, I didn't know that it was live immediately. I thought we were gonna like just talk, and then once you started talking with the intro, then it would actually be live. So
No, I
I
changed
had
it up.
zero idea. Oh, it's been.
I changed it up
okay.
because I found that a lot of the shit that there's a lot of shit in the earlier shows where I would have loved to use it, but because it referred to stuff that happened before we went live, I kind of couldn't because it had no context. So I'm just like, fuck
Okay.
it, record everything, NSA style, and we'll deal with it later. We'll do
That
bulk
sounds
collect.
good to me. I like it.
So
There
this is
was snowing up on this bitch.
So
Yeah.
a weekly-ish podcast. And by that I mean I do we record them every week. They come out when I'm able to wake up in the morning and do them. So yeah, so weekly-ish. We're doing this over Google Hangouts, which what's nice about Google Hangouts, it's like Skype, but it sucks significantly less. And what's cool is that we have access to some little goodies here, like these sound effects, a little soundboard we've got. So what you might hear during the course of a show is something along the lines of like that, or maybe that guy. Those are just sound effects. Be not afraid. They're just coming through. Be afraid. They're coming through Google. Be horny. They're coming through Google. And be aroused. They're coming through Google. And that's what you have to do. That was the sound of a sound effect that we use for an ongoing game that we'll play during the show called New Choice. And what happens there is if you hear that sound, you just have to new choice what you just said as many times as people want. And that's how she goes. And you can play that at home if you want. If you want to, like, our roommates used to set our text message sound to the same sound, and then we just agreed. We had a gentleman's agreement where if you ever heard that in the middle of a sentence when you're talking with your roommates, you just, you new choiced. And it led to much hilarity. That is not a sound effect that we have. I don't know what's happening. Someone's stomach is angry or something. Oh, ambient sounds. So.
Oh, life outside of this.
I don't what?
What do you
unfamiliar
mean?
with the concept.
We're all in our professional recording studios.
Yeah, I mean,
Bringing,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine just is an open air recording studio.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mine just
Wait,
also
wait,
happens
wait,
to
I'm
be
sorry,
where I
my
sleep.
audio-
It works.
Sorry, my audio engineer in the other room is trying to tell me something. Yeah.
Fuck you.
Go for
Thanks,
it. You
Dave.
don't give
Okay.
away our secrets.
No, that was the engineer talking. That wasn't me.
Oh, okay. Your
on.
pictures happen to come up. Yeah. Yeah.
We did,
Confusing. I understand.
We did week 4 or the 14th show we did. That was the one we did in Rochester, and we did it from an apartment complex, Park Point, one of the Park Point apartments. I can English.
No, you.
Park Point Apartments. And the acoustics were woesome, but I didn't care at the time because my stomach was busy imploding, so I was just kind of like, let's do it. Did what I could. Sounds a little... From what I understand, the recording term for that is it sounds wet. Sounds... the wet mix, I think, is not great. I guess.
I hope that is incorrect and that you never learn whether it is or isn't.
That's what I'm going to keep calling it. Every time we do a show that doesn't sound right, I'm just going to call it was a little wet.
Oh, I thought you meant it's like when you had to poop, like the type
Yeah,
of that
I was going
wet.
way.
And then sometimes it's
No, the sound was wet, not my sound, not the what? God damn it! Fuck. So okay, let's. How are y'all doing? We've got a full crew, full complement tonight. We got Topher Froelich, aka Conan. We've got Ed Foose, aka Ed Foose, and we've got Matt Leese, aka Strumba. How are you guys doing?
I'm doing good. I gotta say, I'm doing well. Thank you for asking.
Conan's doing good.
My bed finally came in the mail.
Okay.
I ordered several beds, and all of them were
Several
like,
beds.
nope. Well, the thing is, I would order a bed, and be like, yeah, this is in stock.
And then they'd say no.
Hey, you want this bed? No.
And so like,
I
all
want
right,
this
fine.
bed. You can't have it.
So fine, I'll order another bed. Are you in stock? Yeah, this bed's in stock. And then wait a week and be like, we don't have a bed? What are you talking about? And so my bed finally came. So now I have a bed.
Oh, I'm glad you have a bed.
Well,
Jeez.
awesome.
yeah.
I,
I'm picturing like the future of online delivery where everything's shipped by drone, and I'm just picturing like a fully furnished, fully made bed being carried by a drone across a city block.
2 drones, one holding up one end and the other holding up the other end, and they like have chit chat as they drone over.
And
to
Jeff
bed.
Jeff Bezos is just slumbering in the bed testing it for you.
I'm kind
Yes,
of
We're like a
imagining
nightcap.
like a Cinderella thing with like the mice, like
Cinderella.
making,
Yeah,
making a bed or something, and then
but they're just drones. They're robot mice.
Robot mice drones.
computer mice.
Uh,
That's a joke from 1998.
You know what's funny is that joke might not even be relevant for much longer because everything's using trackpads now and iPhones and Wizzy Wobbies and
Everything's just using iPhones right now.
Everything
Let's
is
go.
using an iPhone. It's true. I
God.
just saw a raccoon using one the other day.
I was at my water cooler the other day and I couldn't get any water out because the app for the water dispensing died. So I died of thirst.
Thanks,
I'm actually-
Steve Jobs.
To bring it back like 30 seconds forever, I'm doing okay. I visited Rochester this weekend. It was
Yeah?
nice. It was a good time.
That's
yeah.
good.
You see the Trop, the old comedy troupe?
No, I just nope.
Purposefully avoided them.
Wait, so you are also no longer in Rochester then?
No.
Where are you?
Home.
Oh, Syracuse.
Yeah, basically.
So not
Tiny
far.
town near Syracuse, but
Yeah.
just looking, planning out life.
Just not
That's
looking at
all right.
anything, just looking.
I'm just looking.
look-
Keeping
window-
my eyes
window
open.
shopping.
I wake up and I kind of peer around for like 10 hours. I go back to sleep. It's like one day it'll pan out.
I've been there before. You'll be fine.
Oh yeah, I'm not worried or anything. I'm just
You'll hit it big someday, and then you'll become a professional looker. You'll
Professional
become a real
looker.
looker. So, okay.
What do you
What?
do? I see.
I look.
I'll be like a professional at strip clubs, but I won't be the one stripping. I'm just the one watching strippers. It's like, oh my god, he's here to review us.
Yes.
We got a pro in the audience tonight.
The stripper critic?
Stripper critic.
Is
Like-
this
like
still
with-
look?
A strip Riddick.
Ooh.
Like, I mean, they have that with, like, restaurants. If restaurants see, like, a food critic come into their place, they're like, oh, guys, we got to step up our game here. Does strippers have the equivalent of that? Strip clubs? Like, is that a thing? Like, will they strip better if they think that there's a critic in the audience?
I don't
No,
know,
Matt is gonna start that. He's gonna break
Yeah.
new ground.
He's going to be a secret stripper.
Yeah, like my first critique is like I oftentimes lay down at night and I look into the night sky and I see the stars. Tonight's star did very well actually, and
It's like Goodreads for strip clubs.
I found
like an
that
Angie.
Divana is just yeah, it'll be good.
Oh, man. All right, why don't we do our first game? Our first game, we're going to do the return of a game that I've wished we could do. We tried doing it last week, and it went okay, but it kind of went like a presidential debate because it's hard to do with only 2 people. So this time we've got 3.
Whoa!
In
Yeah.
theory, this should be awesome. We're going to do Expert Challenge.
Oh,
So Expert
Oh
Challenge.
yeah.
We
right.
played Expert Challenge. Does everyone remember how to play Expert Challenge?
Mhm.
I said
Yes, I know how.
I said Sexpert Challenge.
I know how to do that one as well.
I'm going to edit that out. I'm going to leave it.
Are you going
Sex-
to?
Debatable.
We'll
Not sure.
find out when the show comes out.
You'll find out. Okay. Expert Challenge. The way Expert Challenge works is these 3 contestants are now experts on a field that we're going to get in a second, and they are going to be arguing with each other to decide who's the best expert. We're going to have one person start out as our expert. They're going to start talking and describing the topic that we're going to find. And at any point, if the other 2 experts decide they know better, they're going to say challenge, and then I will call on them, and they will tell me why they should be the expert talking, and if I agree, they will, and if I disagree, they won't. And at the end of 3 minutes, the last person experting will be the winner. So our topic, we're going to turn to... No, you know what? We got viewers / listeners. Let's leverage that and get some suggestions. Wait, Matt, Stroma, did you say you had suggestions like pre-made or?
What? No.
I thought you were talking about having
made suggestions. What is this shit?
Oh no! I'm sorry. I have suggestions for like the show as like a whole.
Oh, you have notes.
Little,
Okay.
like, real suggestions.
From stripper Goodreads.
All right.
I am about to get some suggestions though. I think so. Please ask your question, and we will.
Okay, let's get a suggestion for our all 2 of our viewers. Let's get a suggestion for a city you don't want to live.
A city you don't want to live?
City you don't want to live in. Yep.
All right, the end. There we go.
The end. So we've got, what do you call it here? We got Google Hangouts has a little question and answers feature, so we're actually going to be able to get suggestions over the internet from people around the world. I know! It's like
From the
best use of the internet ever.
Okay, so far 2 suggestions I have are Detroit and wherever Ed lives.
Oh, God.
Detroit
Okay.
always comes up.
All right. Well, yeah, Detroit is always the go-to,
Yeah,
but
Detroit's
I like
always
Jackson,
Whale
Mississippi.
blubber?
I like using Jackson, Mississippi. So Jackson, Mississippi is going to be...
Okay.
Your
We got another suggestion for whale blubber.
Whale
Which
blubber.
I don't know if they
That
call
is not a
I think
city.
somebody misunderstood the question, but that's okay. That's
take it.
fine.
That's fine.
Fine. So we're going to go with Jackson, Mississippi is your suggestion.
Jackson, Mississippi. All right.
And because someone actually lives in Jackson, Mississippi, Ed is going to be our starting expert. So Ed is starting. The topic is Jackson, Mississippi. Players, this is the game of Expert Challenge. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so the largest city in the wonderful state of Mississippi is the city of my birth. It is Jackson, Mississippi. Jackson, Mississippi is a wonderful, wonderful city in which everyone is nice and they get along and there are no problems. Everyone is very happy here. I have a lot of friends here and I hang out with them all the time. And it's just the nicest place to be. Because sometimes I just go outside and then a bunch of birds fly around and they just come and greet me. They go,
Challenge.
"Tweet, tweet, tweet."
Yes, Matt.
Jackson, Mississippi came around when Jack father and Jack mother had a son.
Yes, tell us about Jack's son.
Okay, so Jack Mother and Jack Father are 2 idols in Jackson, Mississippi, because they are the original founders, as is stated by the name that they determined after the birth. And so what happened was they kind of trounced upon the land while searching for natural resources, gas, gold, computers, whatever they could really find to make the land flourish. And they decided that without people, the land would never actually flourish. And so they kind of, they got busy, Jack Father and Jack Mother, and that's kind of where Jack's son came from. And it might be kind of weird to name a city plot or after your only betrothed son.
Challenge.
But
Yeah, Conan.
Yeah, it was not their only son. Jack's son was actually one of 3 children.
All right, tell us more about the other Jack children.
So Jack's son is actually the middle child of the family. His older brother was named Ronald, son, and the youngest child in the family was a girl, and her name was Sue, and she was called Sue Son. So we have Sue Son, Jack's son, and Ronald's son. These 3 are the children of the family. And ultimately,
Challenge.
Yes.
Ronald's son changed his name to Memphis and moved to Tennessee.
All right, yeah.
So Ronald's son was bullied all throughout elementary school.
challenge.
Yes.
The state was known as Ninacy until he moved in.
Yeah, okay.
So Ninacy was a state that originally only had 9 people in it, and that's when Ronaldson moved in, and then they decided that the only way today still there are only 10 people in Tennessee.
Challenge.
Obviously,
Yes.
There were already 10 people living there, and when Ronald's son moved in, there were 11 people, so it was 11C, but then they had to kick out another person named Borg.
No. No.
Challenge!
Yes.
Borg disapproves.
Okay, fine. Tell us about Borg. Whatever.
So
30 seconds left.
Borg moved out of Tennessee.
Challenge!
Which was an 11C.
Yes.
he already contradicted himself. Borg didn't move out. Borg was kicked out.
Yeah, that's true. All
challenge.
right. Yes, Matt.
Borg could not be kicked out because then it would have been back to Ninacy. Clearly, there is some
Challenge!
magic going on.
Yes, Ed.
You're not paying attention. There was 10, and then Ronald moved, and then it was 11, and then Borg left, and then it was back to 10.
Ed, you called challenge on
Arkansas.
yourself. You made a good point, but you called challenge on yourself, so it doesn't count. Matt, get up here.
All right. So as I was saying, as we're all trying to get our mythoses together,
That's
was really God. There's something
Challenge.
in the background.
Yes.
He hasn't said anything.
What? No. Keep going.
So as I was saying,
Challenge.
Yes.
I won't let him say anything.
I agree with this. Conan wins. Was that a fucking sheep?
God,
sounded like
I
a
don't know what. That
Shit went off the rails as soon as the sheep burst into the room. We're having a lot of problems with sound effects today. This would be a running problem. We got a lot of barnyard animals just fucking about.
I mean, it is Mississippi. I mean,
And there are
it
barnyard
is-
animals.
We are in Jackson, Mississippi, so what can you expect? All right. Let's go on to our next game. Our next game is a game called Audiobook. Audiobook is a game where we're going to get another suggestion for a story to tell. Our 3 players are going to be reciting that story as if it was an audiobook, but the catch is they were going to get a character or personality to narrate that audiobook as. So first, let's get a suggestion for the story that they're going to tell. So, audience members, let me get a suggestion for a story to tell.
Well,
a famous
Blubber.
story.
and we are just waiting a little bit.
Wherever Ed lives.
Doesn't matter. We're going to edit it out. This is going to be so quick.
So are
Okay.
we going to take turns telling the story, or do each of
So-
us tell a story?
Right, so what happens with this story is we're going to go in order, so it's going to be Conan, Ed, and Matt, and I'm going to play this sound effect, and that is going to be this trigger to move to the next person.
It was the cash register, right?
Yep, this guy.
Okay. Gotcha.
So whether that be mid-word, mid-sentence, what have you, that's when we switch. It's kind of
Cool.
like story.
We've got
Alright.
a picture of
So
Dorian
we've
Gray.
got some suggestions. Where did they go?
Picture of Dorian Gray when chicken comes. When
Okay,
chicken
they got
comes
picture of
to
Dorian
roost.
Gray when chickens come to his catch-22. I also just got 50 Shades.
Ooh.
Is it bad that I don't know any of these stories?
That is very bad.
I know.
Catch-22.
That was a
I know,
wide
um,
array
I know
of
of
stories, and you know 0 of them bad.
I know the Phantom Toll Booth.
I could
But
sit
you
here and
don't know
pretend
the
how well
picture
I
of
know
Dorian
Dorian Gray,
Gray.
but I read it like 2 weeks
Rampaging
ago. So.
fuckers of everything shitty on the planet of vomit.
That one I know. but I feel like it'll bore our audience. Who
Wait,
doesn't
is
know?
that
Who
actually
didn't
a
hear
thing?
that in nursery school, right? All right,
I
let's
got kicked out of nursery school.
No, I
so.
just read Catch-22 in nursery
All right.
school.
all right.
Nursery
Well,
school?
I was like 4 when I was a little fern.
so
That's some
since everybody's
catch
so
that
literate,
nursery school.
since everyone's so literate, let's do Catch-22 as a suggestion.
Oh,
You guys can
oh,
tell.
boy.
You guys
All
can
right.
read the story to me, so I'll learn. I will
Okay.
become a better person.
I would like that.
No.
I'll be educated by you guys. So that is gonna. So Catch-22 is the story. Now for the characters,
Catch-22.
Conan is going to be Kermit the Frog.
Oh
Perfect.
God.
Ed is going to be very cold, freezing, and Matt is going to be, let's see, Matt is going to be suffering from short-term memory loss.
Oh God.
So
do
those
I-
are your three narrators for this audiobook.
Okay.
Okay.
The story is Catch-22. We're going to go, the order is going to be Conan, Ed, and Strumba. Players, this is the game of audiobook. The story is Catch-22. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah.
Begin.
Well, it's not easy being green, but let me tell you something, boys and girls. One thing less easy than being green is being a soldier in a war, in a chaotic universe where...
So there's a lot of work going on, and I'm sorry. Can I turn the thermostat up in here? Is that a thing? Oh, God. So there's like, there's a war going on, and we need to fight, but really the only way to get out of it.
So there's this famous soldier named Yosarian, and he really doesn't want there's this famous soldier, and his name is Yosarian. He wants out of
Yosarian wants out of being a soldier fighting this war that he doesn't really believe in. But the hitch with his determination to be fired is that the more he tries to be removed from the army, he is promoted rapidly through the successions of ranks. Ultimately,
And then there's a character named Major Major.
as we all know, there's that famous quote, that's some catch that catch that there's the that's some catch that that's some catch that's some
22 is the number. And so we follow our hero through a succession of brutally hilarious vignettes illustrating the incompetence of the army as well as the futility of human combat.
So they'll die, and then I can't.
Okay, so there's this soldier named Yosarian, okay, and there's some catch. There's
22. Yosarian is dropped out of a bomber plane. He is deployed and dropped into the country of France, where
we're reading a book today. Give me a second. Let me.
Well, I can safely say I know less about Catch-22 than when we started.
It's actually my favorite book ever. So yeah.
So, of course, getting you short-term memory was a great choice.
What I
I
like
haven't read it in a
about
long time. But,
what I like
I
about
love
this
that
game
book.
is that, like, for the past basically every time we've played it, I've had no clue what the story is.
But you
it
didn't know
really
about major.
Major. So,
That was fun.
fantastic.
That was good.
It was great.
All right, let's do another
What did I-
game.
Nothing better.
I was say Topher, I liked your Kermit the Frog there.
Thank you.
Yay!
You liked
It
your
was
Kermit
pretty
the Frog.
It was alright. It was acceptable.
So that's none of my business.
All right, let's do another game let's dust off another chestnut that we haven't been able to do for a while. Let's do documentary.
The
Now?
Dusty Chestnut documentary.
The Dusty Chestnut. That is documentary.
Mike
Let's make it
Devine
really
and the Dusty
glisten.
Chestnuts.
Sounds like the worst Harry Potter. It sounds like Harry Potter erotica.
Harry Potter and the Glistening Chestnut?
I'd read
Harry
it.
Potter and the Dusty Chestnut.
The Dusty Chestnut.
Harry... There's just nothing but we all we've been saying this episode is potential show titles. Usually it's easy for me to pick one, but I feel like every 2 seconds we're just like, yeah, Harry Potter and the Glistening Chestnut, whatever.
It's fine.
It'd be a tough choice.
It's a weird book. Just it's very strangely, just the layout of it.
You know, really, I think she should have stopped at 7. I mean, I'm grateful that she made an 8th book, The Dusty Chestnuts, but I think Deathly Hallows was a nice ending.
The problem is with every young adult novel series, if you keep going too far, you're eventually just going to end up with porn. It's just inevitable. It just always fucking happens.
Yo,
Have you
like
seen
on-
Mockingjay Part 2? I mean,
Fucking
Christ.
always happens, yes.
Have you ever okay, if you go on Netflix and hit any genre and scroll down far enough, you'll get to softcore gay porn, no matter what.
That's the Netflix algorithm. They use
Like-
that as a baseline.
Yeah, like if
It's like Pi, but for Netflix.
Yeah.
So, have you watched any of it?
no.
Why not?
Really, I just it's on my list. It's on my
It's
my
on your
instant
queue.
queue. It's on my queue.
Deep in the instant queue.
Especially the Hercules one.
Do you know that Do you know that Roger Ebert's like in his free time he wrote softcore pornos like screenplays for him? Like, that
Oh, I
was his-
believe it.
Really?
yeah.
In his free time. It's not that he needed any extra money, it's just that he had some time.
Yeah, you know he's kind of
See, he woke up early every morning and he decided, what am I going to do? I'll write a porn.
But it's like It's like, oh man, I have to watch movies for my job and then write about them.
How much
Might as well
writing
write
really
some
needs to go
porn
into
as well,
porn,
like-
though? I feel like there's not a lot of writing. It's more about you get people together and they fuck. That doesn't need to be written.
It's a
You know what I
producer's
mean?
medium. It really is a producer's
It's a
medium.
producer's medium. You get what I'm saying, Ed.
Yeah.
It's
You're
kind of
picking
like
up
pro
what I'm putting
wrestling.
down.
It's like pro wrestling, though. It's like, yeah, in theory, everything's all just about the action on the mat. But I mean, the
There's a lot
build
of
up, the build up and the promotion can be almost equally important. You know. I mean, yeah, you could see people just slamming each other on a canvas any day of the week, but
I
if
do.
you're
every
not
day of the week.
invested,
Wait, can you see that any day of the week? Like,
Yes.
yes. I mean, we have with the
20,
internet.
24 hours a day.
oh yeah,
This
Netflix.
is
Scroll down
America.
far enough. Duh, I said that.
I believe that was your point. Okay, let's go on to documentary that Rusty Chestnut or whatever chestnut.
That old rusty chestnut.
Put some oil in that
Let you give me a
chestnut.
Rusty Venture. So documentary. Documentary is a game where we are going to have 2 players. They're going to be animals. And a third player is going to be a documentarian who's going to take us through a nature documentary where he studies those 2 animals in action. So Conan is going to be our documentarian, and Ed and Matt are going to be our animals. And we're going to get a suggestion from the audience for what animal they should be. So
I actually have a bunch right here already.
Oh, man.
I thought ahead. So we have bat, dick, wallaby, dung beetle.
now, hang
pumpkin,
on. Dick.
Dick. Look
Dick
them up.
Dick.
They're adorable.
Oh, are they?
You Google Dick
Yeah.
Dick.
Dick.
I don't see any of these suggestions.
I'm gonna
No,
look it up.
I'm getting them like kind of personally typed to me because I
That's
know they
cheating,
are.
viewers.
Well, no,
Viewer.
because her internet is so laggy that
Oh,
I
it's
can
like a
actually...
little deer.
Yeah, they're adorable.
A small antelope in the genus Madoqua that lives in the bushlands of eastern and southern Africa.
What the fuck? Dick?
Dick Dick.
Spelled how I think it's spelled.
Is
D-I-K?
DIK.
D-I-K.
Oh, not how I think it's spelled.
Oh, so did you scroll down far enough on Netflix?
I found Dick. Well, I found Dick.
Look how cute they are.
It's between 12 and 16 inches tall.
And it's a deer.
It's a little baby deer. It's
Oh my
pretty,
God.
It's pretty adorable.
I don't think I've told this story yet on a show, but I need to tell this story since we're talking about deer, and I don't know when we're gonna talk about deer anytime soon. So
I talk about deer all the time.
okay.
It's just throw it to the wind. Like it doesn't any time. Just
So okay.
deer. Oh, hey, we're talking about deer.
Last summer, I was driving to work in the morning, and I had it was like summer, so it was nice, hot out, and had the windows down. There was no traffic, and in front of me, go to like 20 feet, a deer was scampering across. This was like a main highway. He was scampering across the road, and he was like, I wasn't in any danger of hitting him, but I still slowed down a little bit and honked my horn, like, get the fuck out of the road, you're a deer, you're gonna die. So made the horn sound. It startled him, and he bolted off the side of the road. But what he was not aware of, and what I was not very much aware of, was that we were on an overpass. So he just bolted right over the road, and then I see him go over the guardrail, and he just tumbles. He just goes down, and I see his hind legs go up, and he's gone.
Well,
And I'm just like, my jaw was just scraping the bottom of the car floor. And like, I didn't hear anything land. I didn't hear like a screeching horn or like the sound of a thud. I didn't hear anything. So I was just like, and I kept driving. I was like, I just had my jaw just like what the fuck just happened? Couldn't understand, couldn't process it. I kind of just walked into work with my jaw still down, just like, I got to talk to somebody about this.
Do you think
Deer
maybe
suicide.
by honking, you made the deer self-aware of itself, and conceptually it couldn't handle that, so it just committed suicide?
Fuck! Well, okay, so the thing is, I drove back that way, on the way back from work, and out of curiosity, I drove to the underside of the underpass to see if, like, I could see, like, I don't know, like a bloodstain or a dead deer or some sign of something, and there was nothing, which means that either the deer, like, landed in a garbage truck, like a Steven Seagal movie, or he just landed on his fucking feet and then just scurried away. And, like, can you imagine being on the underside of the underpass? You're driving along under an overpass, and a deer just rains on you.
it's raining.
lands.
And it's not even a reindeer.
Hallelujah.
It's not even a reindeer.
You guys don't even deserve the sound for that one.
That's wonderful.
I know. That's really good. That's real
That's
good.
adorable. Shut your mouth.
Imagine just like a deer just fucking rains down from the sky and just lands on his feet and just like, am I a deer? Fuck. And then just walks away.
Am I a deer?
Am I a
But
deer?
look at the dicks.
Holy dick, look at me. I just fell off the sky. Oh, fuck. And then just resumes being a deer. Like,
I hope that's what happened. This is an upsetting story. Otherwise,
if there was ever a case for dashboard cameras on American cars, that was it. My
the
God.
system failed us.
System has failed all of us. So, okay, we'll go with Dick. So, Dick is your
Fantastic.
animal. You've clearly done the research. So, Dick is your animal. Conan is your host. The
Get
game
ready
is
for
documentary.
4 minutes of penis jokes. Here we go. Minute 3.
Get ready for 4. Yeah. So, players, this is the game of documentary. Your animal is Dick. You're doing Dick. Are you ready?
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Animal Program. Today we have a really, really cute surprise for you. You're going to be like, oh, so adorable. I want to hug all the time. So, we're going to be studying a Dick today. As now what you're thinking, you gutter-minded plebeians, is small deer. Between 12 and 16 inches high, lives in bushlands of Africa. He is very cute, super adorable. Today we look at 2 specimens. All right, now we are venturing into the underbrush, and we'll appear back here, and look over there is deer, Dick. Oh, the cuteness is offset by the gross noises they make all the time. So as you can see, they are just sleeping right now. That is the snores they do in their sleep. They are having crazy deer dreams. Often I will ask myself, what do deers dream about? We will ask them as soon as they wake up. Oh, they're all back. They have such good timing, these Dick. Excuse me, Mr. Dick. What you are dreaming about? Oh, that's a little crazy. He say he have a crazy sex dream about other Dick over there. Oh, does not seem to enjoy the fact that this one is fantasizing about him. We got the deer. They are not agreeing on this. Oh, do not fight, little ones. No, I know it's not good to interfere in nature, but you go to your corner and you go over here. We are not. You have small population. It's no good to get an argument. No, we settled this. All right. Hey, no kissing. It's no means no. You understand, don't you? Stop it, then. Ass, don't make me smack you. Hey, get over here. Stop it! Stop! No! Yeah, you wave your hooves at someone else. Okay, so I'm going to step aside now. It's not good to interfere with creatures in the wild. I would not recommend unless you are professional like I. But you know, the Dick they are a little upset by human handling. So I go away. Oh, if you look over there, it's rare footage now. It's Dick weeping. It's not usual to see animals crying in the wilderness. Normally, if they are known for, they are just there to survive and to eat. But I wonder, you know, what do they comfort each other? Oh, it looks like one Dick go over there to give the other one rousing a pep talk. Oh, he has something harder. It look like he is very uplifted by what his fellow Dick have to say. Wow. Now, what you need to understand about a Dick is a very prideful creature. When it puts thought and effort into giving a rousing speech to its comrade, and that does not fail, the other one will commit ritual suicide.
Today I learned that Dick sound like Donnie from Wild Thornberrys.
I
Fun
do love
fact.
that our documentarian is always like a older drunk Dexter from Dexter's Lab. Damn, if you're looking at.
Wow.
Wow, whales!
Yeah. Okay. So I like that documentary. We get to the point sometimes where we have like a bush baby or some obscure animal, and it basically just becomes an episode of Pokemon where they're just saying their name. Wow. Oh God, he evolved.
He evolved into Satan.
He evolved into. It's
Erect,
Dick.
erect.
Dick devolved to Dick. Then Dick evolved into Dick.
Three little dicklets.
Dick evolved into half chub.
But is it gaseous or liquid?
Is that default, actually?
It's sublimating currently, so
No, it's sublimating.
Subchub.
That's my favorite YouTube channel.
It's
Make
the,
sure you
it's,
sub chub.
it's the Ewoks Pornhub.
God knows they needed one.
Ewok Netflix if you scroll down far enough.
You get the subchub.
Yeah, Roger Ebert wrote a lot of Ewok stuff, core gay pornos, man.
He's known for that. He's known for that.
You gave my
It is
favorite
not.
movie 2 stars, but you wrote Subchub? Okay, cool. Alright, yeah.
All right. I want to do a game that we haven't done in a while as well. Another musty chestnut. I don't know.
The musty, dusty chestnuts. Yeah.
Went off the
I
water.
never want to hear the term musty chestnut after tonight ever again.
It's going to be brought up many times.
I'm gonna Google it as soon as I sign off. So
I'm gonna get the word musty chestnut tattooed on my abdomen, so, I mean...
in like Slavic.
Yeah, just like right after this, I'm going over to the tattoo.
Oh,
parlor.
weird, it's just Dick.
Well, all right. Let's do a game. Let's do funnier if. It'd be funnier if. Otherwise known as the Daving game. Among the cool kids.
Mm.
This game called It'd Be Funnier If. The way this game is played is we are going to have two players interacting in a scene, and then one person's going to be running the scene, and he's going to stop the scene with the sound of this, and he's going to tell people that it would be funnier if, and then he's going to tell them what would indeed make it funnier, but he's going to get a suggestion from the other player as to complete his thought, his note, and then from that on, that's what makes it funnier. So, for example, let's say we have two players playing a scene, and I just stop the game and go, it'd be funnier if Ed's arm was full, and then Conan says,
Of Scrabble pieces.
and then from then on, Ed's arm is scrabbly. So that's how it is.
DDEV!
There's a lot of new words being thrown around today that I'm not pleased with.
How would you rate how'd you rate your service today? Scrabbling, I'd say.
Yeah,
Definitely.
probably. These musty chestnuts are awfully scrabbly today. I don't.
You guys know that I said Scrabble pieces, right? I said
I
Scrabble
know, but
pieces.
no,
Okay.
Mike. Then
I said
changed
scrabbly.
Scrabble pieces into
Oh, right.
scrabbly.
Is that what,
They're all
would you
scrabbly.
describe your experience as not very scrabbly?
We're
Very-
very Scrabbly.
Strongly
Scrabbly.
discrabbly.
On the STD scale, would you describe it as scrabbly, scabies?
definitely scaby. Really, it's
Just one scaby.
Yeah.
Normally
That's
when I
one
go to the-
scabby is a Scrabbly.
You can
What's
take
the
that to
scabies-
bank.
What's the scaby Scrabbly conversion rate?
well, I mean, why don't we just switch the metric system? Really, I mean, 10 Scrabblies and a deck of Scrabbly. I mean,
4
it
Scrabbly
makes
Fahrenheit.
sense.
Okay,
10,
so
20 Scrabblies.
I've never actually. I don't think I've ever done It'd Be Funnier If as an actual player. Does anyone wanna run this one?
What do you have to do to run it?
You stop intermittently and say It'd be funnier if, and then you begin like It'd be funnier if Mike was under blank, and then the other person finishes that off.
Do I need to have the sound effects board?
Yes.
I don't have the
Potentially.
sound effects board.
No!
Why don't I'll run it. Who are the two people in the scene and who's the person I'm asking it'd be funnier if to?
Ed and Mike will be in the scene.
There we
Okay.
go. And then Mike, okay, so Conan, I'll ask you it'd be funnier if, okay?
Yes, exactly.
And I cha-ching first, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's how we know to stop.
You
Cool,
cha-ching
cool.
all
That
the
makes sense.
time, baby.
Cha-ching. Money.
How about that? Come, baby.
Can we get a
Tell
suggestion
me, Roggle.
Yeah, we do need a suggestion for a scene.
for a type of exotic bird?
Okay, so what's the suggestion we need?
An exotic bird.
Oh.
I'm gonna switch
Give
over
me a
to
second. I have to go. Although previously we do have, maybe they're not exotic, but she did say puffin before, and I know Ed would.
Your suggestion
out
for the
if we-
scene is Puffin.
All right.
Oh,
Ed's coming.
Ed's half chub is taken care of. All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is the game of It'd Be Funnier If. Your suggestion is puffin. Players, are you ready? I'm sorry, the two players playing are Mike and Ed, and the person I'll be asking suggestions to will be Topher. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Oh, God. Begin!
Yeah, so I mean, standing out here in front of the puffin cage all day, they haven't come out yet. Is it like feeding time anytime soon or what?
Oh, the brochure says that they feed them at 12:30, and it's 12:35, so it should be any moment now, and we get to see the puffins, and they feed them, and man, I really hope that the puffins are okay in there, that they're not hungry.
I mean, where are they even hiding? Like, there's just water in there and like some little icebergs. Do they breathe water? How does that work? Like, I mean,
No, they're not aqua puffins. They're regular puffins. They don't puff water. They puff air like we do. We puff
okay.
air.
Well, there comes the guy now. He's got the. Oh,
It'd be funnier if Ed was the world's most renowned puffin.
Sexpert.
Okay. It'd be funnier if... Okay.
all right. So now the feeding guy is coming out. Now, what are the puffins doing there? There they are, and they're doing some sort of thrusting motion. What exactly is that?
Okay, well, the thing is that puffins actually pick the same mate for life. So basically each puffin is in a couple. So they're very
Okay.
civilized about it. Now see those two over there, the ones that are kind of bumping and grinding. Those are actually a puffin lesbian couple. Those are actually two female puffins.
Oh, that's why they're scissoring. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's
right.
that's why. Those are
It'd be funnier if Mike was unaware he was constantly being attacked by...
Frogs.
So those are scissoring, and then oh my god! Fuck! Get it off! God damn it! Every fucking time I go to the zoo.
Oh man, you gotta get rid of those. You gotta get rid of those. No, see, look, those puffins over there. See, they stopped scissoring, and now the couple next to them. That's actually a kind of new. They're puffins in an open relationship.
Yeah, that looks a little painful though.
It's a
Looks a
little
little
painful
bit,
with three puffins. It's two
A
boys.
little bit. Oh god, it's on my leg! Get it off the fuck off my leg!
And are you paying attention? I don't
Yep,
think
I'm
you're
good.
paying
No,
attention.
they're
Okay,
the
you're
gay,
looking at-
the gay puffins. Okay.
No, they're-
It'd be funnier if Ed's arms were always...
Clapping.
Okay, so what you need to see. Is
Okay.
That,
Now this is the traditional puffin mating dance. What you're doing there. That's to get them aroused. Yes.
Well, I'm just trying to get their attention.
Okay.
You know, to get them to stop boning and start eating, because it is puffin feeding time.
Okay. Should I? I'm gonna do that too, and then.
No,
and-
don't.
Oh my god! It's on my fucking.
You're gonna scare them. You're gonna scare them. Just let me do this. I got this. I got
God
this.
damn it. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
Go ahead.
see those puffins over there. They're kind of doing it from behind.
Yeah, they're doing. That looks real painful. That looks
Wow,
real
I've
awkward.
never actually seen that before. Not in person. I've seen it online, but never
want-
in person.
I mean,
Wait,
I got my binoculars here. It looks like there's a lot of chafing. Oh boy.
Oh wow, crazy.
Yeah, look at that.
Do you still have that puffin lube in your backpack?
I did.
It'd be funnier if the entire zoo was under...
A volcano.
So yeah, I got this lube. It's right next to this, lava repellent. And then oh god, the tongue is on my arm. Oh no! Oh, my God.
Okay, forget the lube. Just get the lava repellent. Get the lava
Got my
repellent.
lube. Got my lube. He got away with the lube. Fucking,
What?
Fucking frogs. Got away with my
We need to
lube.
get out of here. We need to get out. We need to save all the puffins that we can.
Put on your lava protection. Just get. Come on.
Oh wait.
I'll do it. Just get.
Okay.
It'd be funnier if Mike and Ed were actually just virgin sacrifices for.
Cthulhu.
So, all right, put your freaking volcano lube, or else Cthulhu isn't gonna want to eat you. Come on.
Well,
Now watch
you
these
go
puffins,
first,
man.
you go first. We said that you were going to be first. All right.
I know. That's why I took my shirt off, right? That's why I got all these like torn up shorts and this loincloth. That's why I'm all seducing Cthulhu over here. You're telling me about all his puffin sexpert skills. I'm trying to put it to use because Cthulhu is part puffin. Am I right?
I'm trying to get Cthulhu in the mood.
Cthulhu is part puffin.
Now we know. Now it's canonical.
My neighbors now think there's a frog infestation in my apartment.
I
And
have
it's still showing off his puffins.
How many? Oh God.
I have there are 4 puffins over here, but these are the biggest ones. This is Harriet and Douglas.
Wait, you have some? What?
Yeah, tell our audio listeners
I mean,
about
they're-
what you're holding up right now. He's holding up 4
My
fucking
computer
puffins. No wait,
Aw.
4 real birds. 4 actual
I'm gonna
puffins.
put-
That's great.
I wish.
You know,
They're
that
not
is-
happy
this
about
is
it.
Great.
Yeah.
They're not on board. All right, let's do.
Okay. So I didn't. So the other day I got sent an email saying like, hey, can you like tell us a little bit about yourself? But it was really vague and open ended. So I was really tired when I wrote it.
Who was it for? Like, who asked that? Was it like just some guy?
No, it was. So I recently started a new job, and so they
Oh.
asked me for like a bio. So I'm like, I don't care. And it's like, talk about like your goals and aspirations. And I wrote like this really smart ass thing. Is like, I like ghost towns. Our ghost towns are awesome, aren't they? Yeah, they're awesome. My goal in life is to hug a puffin because I love puffins. If you don't like puffins, then I hate you. And I didn't think that someone would actually read it. So the next morning, that the incredibly like smart ass thing about like me hating everyone got sent to the entire company.
Oh.
So it's like, oops.
Oops! Now I'm the company crackhead.
The company crackhead. There's always one.
I used to be it's like I
Wait
used
a minute,
to
I'm
be
self-employed.
water, 'cause water
If you can't spot the company crackhead, it's you.
and when I was in like sixth grade, I didn't know what what crackhead meant. So I thought it was just like someone that had like a crack in their head.
That is what it is.
Wow.
Um,
When I was in 10th grade, I thought bisexual meant hermaphrodite.
Oof.
It was a different time.
I mean,
It literally was another time. It was not right now.
It was
It
in
was
the
11
past,
years ago.
so-
Last year I thought gay people birthed from rainbows.
No, they don't.
We all do dumb things, guys.
I thought they
Yours?
couldn't reproduce.
I'm
I
learning
thought
so
Mark
much
Twain
today.
was a peacock.
Now we'll really offend Tumblr.
Oh, we lost our last viewer. That did it.
Oh no! I'm a Mississippi. I don't understand anything.
I don't like change.
Ed, don't vote. Don't vote, Ed.
No, you're not allowed.
Vote.
The thing is, I will, but it won't make a difference because of
Yeah.
Because the system's rigged.
People will be like, "Who voted Democrat? Who's here voting Democrat? What the? What is
Throw
wrong
this
with
ballot
you?"
out. The fuck is this?
Not because we don't think it was a good idea. It's just like, do you not know how Mississippi works?
There was recently a few weeks ago there was like an election. Is like, should we fund public education? And the entire state was like, no. And so they still haven't
To be
funded.
fair, what change would that really make in their data in like the realistic expectations of
I'll
Mississippi's
give
public?
like $20 more.
Yeah, like
You could have slung that way better where it's like, we'll buy more Bibles for classrooms. Then all of a sudden, millions of dollars are flowing in.
so. Mississippi is the only state in the union where should we fund public education is a hypothetical.
No, it was-
Get out of here with your crazy radical liberal ideas.
you dang socialist.
Social ass.
I don't think people understand what socialism actually is.
No, it's that Obama. Well, that's one state we're not allowed to never go into again. Ed, you should probably leave now.
Yeah.
You should stay. I think you should stay. And
Yeah.
find
Ed,
out.
Ed, you
And study them.
you are the entire reason of the state. Like, you represent reason. Don't ever leave.
You are
You're thrown off the bell
inside
curve.
man.
You keep Mississippi grounded, and for that we appreciate your sacrifice.
Should we fund public education? We better consult Ed.
People,
In Mississippi, all employees are crackheads. We
Ed
stand
is
by that.
running for office next year.
people were like, no, that this is also the state where it was they recently. Did you hear about the governor? This was featured on Last
Yeah.
Week Tonight.
Yep.
Where it's like the race was between like the Republican running for re-election, and then the Democratic Party official nominee was just some truck driver.
And like his mom didn't know that he was running.
Yeah.
Like he didn't tell her. He
Wow.
just didn't bother to tell her. He's like, yeah, I guess I'm running.
And it's like, are you running for governor? It's like, oh yeah, probably should have told you that I'm running for governor.
So
he
they're going like,
did not-
no, my son's not running for governor right now.
When running for office, it's very important that you tell your mother you're going to do it. All potential politicians.
Dear Mom, I'm president now. I don't know if you know that.
You'll notice a sharp increase in the money I send you every week.
Unfortunately, he did not win. Although I do think that'd be an interesting timeline, where just like
Yes.
just some guy became the governor. And it's
I mean,
like,
that's-
maybe we should fund public education. Ah.
You'll notice the amount of men with suits holding guns will triple around you from 2 to 6, Mom. We
To
love
be fair,
Aw.
to be fair, that's kind of like how it used to be the stories of our presidents. Like the biographies of our presidents used to read like, John Adams was a corn farmer from Tennessee until he was elected. No, it was Warren. I think it was Warren G. Harding who was like a newspaper editor, and then they just elected him, and he kind of just didn't really know much about it, and then he died in office anyway. And then he had no.
Serves him right.
There
my
was
friend.
someone who died. I don't know. I don't know presidents.
He was the resident presidential crackhead. You know, there's always
Hey,
one
remember
guy.
that time Benito Mussolini invented Mickey Mouse? Yeah, it was awesome. Anyway.
All right, let's do some original recipe, Dr. Know-It-All.
Ooh.
Yes.
We've been talking a lot with Dr. Know-It-All's son, Dr. Junior, who only has 2 heads. And then in show 14, we introduced Dr. Bethany, who is Dr. Junior's sexually frustrated sister.
As sisters usually are.
Sure. And so my dream
Weird.
is actually to get
My
all
only characteristic is that I am a girl.
Yeah.
That is my only character. I will
Uh,
not be developed beyond this.
So, well, she's back in Rochester. It's a long drive to develop her further, so So we're gonna do original Dr. Know-It-All. We're gonna check in with the patriarch of the Know-It-All clan,
The man himself.
the man themselves. So Dr. Know-It-All is a game where we have 3 heads. Nope, that's backwards. I'm explaining it backwards. Dr. Know-It-All is a game where we have an expert come onto the show. His name is Dr. Know-It-All. Dr. Know-It-All has 3 heads for one body, and each head says one word in order. And that is how he got his master's degree in doctoring. That is how he got his master's degree in sciencing. That is how he got his master's degree in sexology. That is how he got his master's degree in Texology. That is how he got his master's degree in sextology, where he learned to sext with the best of them, and he is a world-renowned sex expert.
Their slogan is just a slant rhyme. Sex with the best. Sexology degree.
Just there's like 19 T's in there. Just.
.com.
Where did he earn his degree again, Mike? What university?
It was the University of
Oh, of course, that's right.
.com.
Oh man, I love going deaf.
Isn't it great? It's the best. So, Dr. Know-It-All, we're going to break Dr. Know-It-All out here. The same order as audiobooks, so Conan, Ed, and Strumba is going to be the heads for Dr. Know-It-All. So, Dr. Know-It-All, it is nice to have you back here on the show. It's great to talk with you again, as always.
Thank
You.
So,
much.
4.
this
Opportunity.
2.
show,
People.
My.
talents.
Well, we're always happy to give you a platform to demonstrate your vast knowledge and abilities, Dr. Know-It-All. So, now we got I got some stuff I want to ask you here. I got some technical questions that I've always wanted to know, and I'm hoping you can shed some light onto them. Dr. Know-It-All, how does the orange get inside of the orange peel?
Oranges,
Grow.
So
very,
Fast.
it
blows,
My.
goddamn
penis,
Out.
the
butt,
Of.
oranges.
All right, so that definitely sheds some light on that topic there. So, in order to get oranges instead of the orange peel, we have to fornicate. That explains the little anus on the orange. I've always wondered about that too. That makes a whole lot of sense. Thank you for clearing that up. So now, Dr. Know-It-All, winter's coming up, and I'm curious how does snow work?
clouds,
Decide.
To
have,
A.
formulation.
within,
16.
Bylaws.
of,
My.
Nature.
furthermore,
Clouds.
Decide.
to,
Rain.
And
freeze,
Themselves.
via
cloud,
Fornication.
power.
Okay, yeah. See, I always assumed that snow was more of a democracy, but I guess it makes more sense that you would need some sort of fornication. Every system of government needs a point of fornication. That's science. I mean, thank you for shedding light on that. Now, Dr. Know-It-All, one of your colleagues in the field of sextology, Bill Nye, has recently been very outspoken about GMOs. Where do you stand on GMOs?
G,
M.
Oh,
Z,
Don't.
belong.
anywhere,
Accept.
Our
prime,
Bellies.
mm mm
mm,
Mm.
mm.
That's a very satisfying answer. That's so. All right, Dr. Know-It-All, I got one last question for you today. Now the new Star Wars is coming out soon. Do you think that the new Star Wars is going to be better than Episode 1?
episode,
1.
Rules.
forever,
So.
No.
it,
Won't.
However,
if,
In fact.
the
new,
Star.
Wars,
is,
Not.
Jiggly,
then,
Maybe.
possibly,
I,
Will.
maybe,
fuck,
My.
orange.
Okay, so in other words, if the new Star Wars is successful, we'll have bountiful orange crops, is what I'm hearing. That sounds about right. Dr. Know-It-All, thank you as always for coming out here and sharing your crop wisdom with us. Orange anus.
Today's Dr. Know-It-All is brought to you by Fornication and Crops.
and
Fornication
Star
and
Wars.
Crops. Without you, people won't eat.
Star Wars Episode 8, Fornication of the Crops.
So question to the room. Would you drink a beverage called orange anus?
Yes.
Well,
It's
yeah, because
probably
it would
better than an orange Julius.
it would be pronounced oranginous. So yeah, I wouldn't think twice.
Well, there's
It's all
that,
about the marketing.
There's that drink. It's like Orangina, right? Or Orangina.
Orangina, yeah, I love that. I love that.
I
stuff.
drink it
No,
all
I'm
the day.
serious.
Kind of
Yeah,
tastes
yeah,
like a
serious.
drink.
Kind of
Yeah,
smells
yeah.
like a tuna melt, but it's good.
No, I'm completely serious.
Tuna melt.
I know what you're saying.
He picks up what I'm putting down.
Indeed.
No, guys, you hold your pretty little ponies for just half a second. Have you ever seen this? I know this is a visual thing. I'm gonna send a little message. It's pretty good.
I'm afraid.
Wow, it's an actual thing called orangina.
Oh, you know
Yeah,
that.
so-
It's orange.
Pretty good.
Yeah, Orangina.
Yes.
Great.
Orangina.
There's no way that no one's aware of what that sounds
Exactly,
like.
yeah.
There's
Wait,
no way.
Wait, on this picture you sent, why is... Oh, shake the pulp. Why is that upside down?
Shake the pulp?
Because when you turn the bottle upside down, you can read it.
Have you ever
would
engaged
be-
in citrolingus, Ed? You have to be upside down.
Would you believe that
No.
my luck in the citrus game has not exactly been stellar?
Honey, today's foreplay is brought to you by the power of citrus.
Well, I know that you're citrus gendered, Ed.
Uh,
Haha.
Please,
All right. Since we're on the topic of sex, let's close out the show with a round of a thrilling round of sex positions. Sex positions is a game where we're going to go in order, starting with me because whatever because I say so. I'm the order. Whatever. We're gonna go in order: me, Conan, Ed, and Matt, and we're gonna take turns describing a sex position. And the first person is going to describe that position, and the other players are going to go in order describing that sex position. And then once we come around, the first person is going to give the true meaning of said sex position. So to start us off, why don't you guys tell me about the orange anus?
Oh, I go first, don't I?
Yes.
yeah.
I
The
thought you were
orange-
building up dramatic tension.
No, not at all. I hate this game. The orange anus is when you have anal sex in a suntan booth, so that slowly but surely through the process your butts are becoming orange.
Also known as the tangerine.
Yeah.
Well, the orange anus actually involves where you take a bunch of colored pencils, but only the red ones and the yellow ones, and you shove them up as far as you can in your partner's booty.
That's all very well said and done, but the orange anus is really just when you bring up with your spouse that you will either have sex with them or Janice, your close friend. So.
See, I always pronounced it Janus, but yeah, Janus sounds better. So, all right, well, yeah, those are interesting takes on the orange anus. What the orange anus really is when you grow an anus through photosynthesis, and then you place it in a tanning bed, and when it comes out, it's snooky, and then you fuck it. Good.
That was very elaborate.
Takes a couple weeks, but patience is virtue.
Multi-step process.
So,
It
All
took
right.
a
I
month.
don't like it.
no, sir, I don't like it.
The dusty chestnut.
Slightly different than the musty chestnut, so
Slight difference.
The dusty chestnut is when you are naked and unconscious in an abandoned building for maybe about like 5 years, and then you wake up miraculously and you find that your testicles, aka your chestnuts, are covered in layers of dust, and then someone very close to you, or someone that you pay, then tries to lick all the dust off, but you never can because a lot of dust.
You see, that all kind of makes sense. However, I want my one-way ticket to hell a little faster. So, the dusty chestnut is when you splooge over the chest of a septuagenarian.
So now the dusty chestnut is actually called part of a triad of maneuvers called the three chestnuts, and which chestnut you end up with really depends on where you stick your fist. The musty chestnut would be vaginal. The rusty chestnut would be anal, and the dusty chestnut is when she's dead.
Oops.
God. Fucking Christ.
So, the dusty chestnut is really, it's a very flexible kind of thing. It's all of those, and then one more option for you if you're interested is you just get a lot of dust and lint. You can collect it with a vacuum cleaner, and then you wet it so that it's nice and soggy, and you put your balls in it, and the wetness will help it to stick. And then your partner licks it off you.
There's also I also forgot to mention the other one. It involves
You don't get to add steps.
No, this one involves Velcro. It's the adjusty chestnut.
And then there's the good old fashioned the always reliable trusty chestnut.
Gets her off every time.
And then there's the busty chestnut where you're chestnut
Which is the literal
slowly
porn site I was
endorse.
on earlier.
But if there's a busty chestnut, then you yourself becomes a lusty chestnut.
There's
Sure.
also for the neurotics out there the fussy chestnut.
Yep. If you have sex during a tornado, it's the gusty chestnut.
And
The
then
crop
there's, like,
dusty.
I thought that was the blusty chestnut.
and there's the really old one, the crusty chestnut.
Oh, now that's the one that you go with the nose, the crusty chestnut. We could do a whole game of just chestnuts.
I don't think we can.
I think we've just killed that
So
game.
done with these terms. All right.
Well, okay. How about this? This sex position, aka this thing on this Chinese takeout menu that I'm looking at.
Of
special
course.
edition, the bitter melon with beef.
The bitter melon with beef.
The bitter melon with beef. It is 1995. Ingredients: bitter melon, beef.
The bitter melon with beef is when you have regretful sex with your ex-wife after an argument was never quite, reached its end.
Damn it, you stole mine. Like almost word for word, you stole mine. Fuck. All right, the bitter melon with beef. The bitter melon with beef is you take that same woman where you got the dusty chestnut from, and except this time it's your titty fucking. But you're also on a farm, and cows are watching.
Now the world don't move to the beat of just one drum.
What might be right for you? Some people like it in the bum.
The bitter melon with beef is the solution for those who do not want to personally lick the tits of their partner, so they hire a cow to come in and to do it for them while they pleasure the other parts of the person in question.
What would you pay the cow to do that?
One udder rub.
In Mooney.
That's cool, but the the bitter melon with beef is actually where you take a bunch of really, really strong coffee and you pour it over your partner's chest, aka melons, but you have to do it in a dairy farm. So you were close, Mike.
All right, guys. Well, I would like to know about the flip-top trip hop.
The flip-top trip hop?
Yours always sound like they come out of Dr. Seuss.
They do.
That's my goal.
So the flip-top trip hop, right?
Yep.
Not confused with the flip-hop trip bop or the flip-flop bit mop.
Oh, God. Ew.
Flip-hop.
Ew.
I know,
Flip-top
it's a
trip
family program. The flip-hop trip... I'm sorry, I lost track of which one it was.
It's a flip-hop trip
I'm
hop.
sorry. Flip-top trip hop.
Flip-top trip
Flip-hop
hop.
trip hop.
So the flip-top trip hop is when you are at a rave and you're listening to some trip hop and you did some E and you flip your top. You just kind of jizz everywhere without meaning to. And then you trip on it because it's, slippery.
Well, I don't know what the kids are into these days, but the flip-top hip-hop, or whatever it was actually something done
The
in
flip-top
50s.
bit mop.
was actually something done at the 50s at your local sock hop, which is where you
Flip-top
just
trip hop at your old sock hop.
while jumping rope, you would fornicate on the dance floor.
Oh, so it's the flip-top trip hop at your local sock hop at the lop sop.
That's what I'm
Hopscotch.
trying to say. You understand me?
Well, really, it sounds to me like the flip top trip hop would be when you're under the big top at a circus, and the band Portishead is playing, the trip hop group, and you sneak out, on top of the big top, so you flip the big top, and you do it up there while Portishead is playing.
I see. The big top, trip
Yeah.
hop, big flop, flip flop. Is at your local sock hop. Do it at the hopscotch.
Yes.
Dr. Seuss sends it into his publisher, and there's like, what the hell is this, Theodore? It's like,
From the makers of Catch 22 comes this.
Joseph Sellers. Flip top.
Joseph Stalin's big top, hip hop at the whip hop at the mip hop, sock hop, hopscotch. Fuck. Lost it.
Well, that's all well and good, but really the flip top trip hop is when two Hasidic Jewish poets in the 50s pleasured each other with dreidels.
Oh, that's lovely.
That's so much more simpler than mine.
But
Yeah.
really huge dreidels.
Boy,
Giant, like industrial strength dreidels.
Just over
Industrial strength J dreidels.
Yes.
Jay
Oh.
Dreidels.
J
Strumber-
dreidels. My favorite kind.
Strumba, you're a real mensch.
What?
Mensch.
Mensch?
An Ubermensch, if you will.
Ubermensch.
Oh, thank you.
It's very Nietzschean.
Wait,
Nice lady.
is just Mike? Don't you dare do your accent. I will lose my.
Conan, I don't think you've heard that one yet.
Conan, have you heard him do his Jewish Arnold Schwarzenegger?
I have not.
It's
Oh.
like someone's grandmother reenacting
gonna lose
every
it.
Schwarzenegger movie.
Oh, I gotta tell a story before I do it though. Of this
Okay.
lady, I tried to. So there was this woman in the walker, not in the walker, in a walker. There's a woman in a
only
walker, in the only walker.
one.
She had the walker. There
It
was
was
this woman,
hers for the week.
it was this woman in a walker, and she was coming out of the elevator near the entrance to my apartment as I was getting into it, and I thought, and I was like, she was like inching her way towards the front door. I'm thinking to myself like, I should, offer to open the door. So like, I go up to her, and I'm just like, do you need to go out, or are you waiting for someone? And then she just looks at me all pissed, and she's like, I'll leave when I wanna. I'm like, all right, and just walked away. That 90-year-old lady with a walker could fend for herself against the front door, I guess. Anyway, so yeah, the Jewish Arnold Schwarzenegger goes a little something like, who was your daddy and what does he do?
That's great.
Get to the chopper. Yeah.
You have to work this into a comedy routine at some point. Please.
I don't know how.
You just start saying it, and people be like, "Wow, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life."
My life is complete, and then they kill themselves in the
Move
crowd.
over, John Mulaney. I get to make a show now.
There's a new
Did you guys see his new show? It's really good.
No, apparently, I actually have never even heard John Mulaney.
Oh, I love John Mulaney.
I've heard he's very good, but his show
Yeah.
is terrible, right?
Oh, his TV show is very bad from what I understand. I
Yeah.
never bothered with it, but his stand-up specials are fantastic.
Dude, the
That-
Bob and
that-
David show is out. I'm
That is
pumped.
out too.
Is it?
Yeah, it
Yes,
is.
I think so.
It came out
AKA
Friday.
Mr.
Yeah.
Show 2. The
Well, it
return
is
of
Mr. Show.
Yeah,
Isn't
it's the serenity of Mr. Show's Firefly.
I don't
Yeah.
think it needs to be that complicated. I think we can just say it's a continuation of the show.
It says More Show. Mr. More Show.
Mr. Moore Show. I like that. They should have called it that.
Yep.
This is a show.
I do like that it is just called With Bob and David. Like,
Yeah.
there's no preface. Just, yeah.
Oh,
you
the
know,
Bob.
you know what you're getting into when you watch this.
With the Bob and the David. It's right above the gay porn in the Netflix instant queue.
It's also in Italy. It takes place exclusively where the David is. With the Bob and
The
the
Bob.
Hey,
David.
David.
I type in Bob David, and then there's just a bunch of like buff shirtless guys appear. It's like, oh, fine, I'll watch this. Okay.
You didn't even scroll that far, Ed.
You give up very easily.
I was gonna watch, David.
I
Cross,
need
but
something to go in my eyeballs now. It might as
These
well
hot
be this.
guys might as well. Whatever.
All right, let's do the sign off here. Let's close it on out. So that was show 16, our super 316 of Chimp Nuggles.
License to drive, baby.
Exactly. Or learn how to drive, whatever. So we are all over the town, all over the social networks. We're on Facebook, the Twitters, the YouTubes, the Tumblrs, barely. We're on the SoundClouds. We're on all of your internets. We're on Google Plus for basically just for me. I'm the only one that uses it in the whole
We're
world.
on Google Plus, so we can, sign in.
Yeah, we're basically there as collateral to use Google Hangouts, but for all two people that are there, we are on that. We are on all of the podcast applications you may have. I've been on a spree of submitting us to all these podcast directories. We're on Stitcher, Player FM, Google Play Music, iTunes, all of the other ones, like 50. We're on a fuck ton of them. So if you have a podcast app, then we're probably creeping up behind you right now. Turn around.
Oh my God!
Wow!
I'm
That
there.
was the perfect time for your Jewish impression. God.
Hey, turn around. I'm right behind you. I need your clothes. I need them.
Oh my God, it's James Bond.
Bond, James Bond. So we are on all those. We are on www.chimpknuckles.com. We are on. We're gonna be on Pinterest sometime. We're gonna break Pinterest. We got a game plan for that.
Yes.
We
Yes.
just post a bunch of pictures of our logo.
Yes, that is the plan. Thanks for spoiling it, Ed.
We'll cut that
Now we
out.
gotta think of a better plan. We'll think of a better one.
How will we ever think of a better plan than just,
We won't. It's a futile exercise. It's just an optimist.
It took 16 weeks to think of that one plan. God damn it.
And we don't have 16 more weeks.
We're done after this. That was
That's
it.
for sure.
We're out of
Tuesday
weeks.
is next week.
Show
there?
32.
I was under the impression there was no next week. Ever.
Oh.
There isn't.
I guess I'm the only one. I don't know.
Yeah, it's only you.
Just me.
There's only one more week for you.
Dude, how fucked up would that be if, like, somehow, like, your brain knew it was going to die, and so your perception of every calendar ended after your date of death? And you just didn't see dates after that on a calendar.
That's weird, because the other day I was scrolling through my phone just to see how far it would go, and I made it to the year 3015.
Fuck.
That's got a while to go.
And it turns out that there is actually Christmas is not listed as a holiday in 3015. So I guess
Well,
something-
no, of course not. It's called Xmas, and it's because there's a robot Santa killing everybody. Come on.
Haven't you
You've
seen
seen-
Futurama?
So I'll let you know in 1,000 years what's up. So I'll.
Why not Zoidberg?
That was a very good Zoidberg.
There,
Why
now we're
am I
searchable.
waffle?
Hashtag Zoidberg.
So Ben Sound does our music. He don't know he does, but what he don't know won't help him. So bensound.com does our sounds. That's their sound. We're better at coming up with a catchphrase for him than for us. We don't have a catchphrase.
Should we contact Ben Sounds and be like, hey, can you give us a catchphrase?
Give us a catchphrase. You guys are good at having a word that says your name, so maybe you got a knack for this. For now, well, okay.
We are Chimp Listen.
We are chimplisten.com.
Listen.
Chipnipples.com.
Listen. No. Listen, and then nothing.
And then you lose your word. And then I end the show.
Listen, Colin.
Listen, and then you end the show.
And
Alright. And cut. Alright, I'm gonna stop the broadcast. Bye. Thank you, viewer. I don't know who was it. There was
Thank
Angie
you.
and Katarina, right? Who was I don't know who's still on currently, but whoever it is, thank you.
It is Cat still on currently.
It is Kat.
Apparently she is so lagged that she'll probably say bye within 10 minutes.
That's
She's
great.
the one that hates the banter, and we've been like 90% banter tonight. So thanks.
Oh,
Thanks
whatever.
for being a trooper, Cat.
#1 fan, like actually.
So are we live still, or are we done?